Seated spine, lateral flexion here. Our goal is simply to keep the hips fixed on whatever we're sitting on and laterally flex as far as you possibly can under control and then come back up. The key, the reason why sitting down is helpful is when you're sitting here, kind of think about what part of your butt is touching the chair, touching the pad, whatever you got. And as you tilt here, make sure that force and the amount of surface area touching the chair doesn't move. So if you get over here and you start to feel like, okay, I'm leaning a lot on my right side, you're doing too much hip, you're not doing enough spine to move here. So you might be a little less have a little less range of motion than you do when you're standing, but it's more honest in that I'm really trying to get into what the spine is doing, not what spine plus hips are doing. So do all your reps on one side. So if I'm doing 8 or 10, whatever it is, get as far as you can to one side, keep that push down on that opposite hip, and come right back up. Big control down, get that big stretch, elongate on this side, squeeze the oblique on that closing angle side, and pull yourself up, okay? If any certain range of motion that we're trying to avoid, whichever range that is, whether it's extension here, obviously stay away from extension. So don't go into extension and then tilt, or as you tilt, go into extension. Likewise, if we're trying to stay away from flexion here, don't go into, don't laterally flex and then round forward here. Simply stay as fixed as possible and get that lateral flexion down to one side, controlling back up, keeping the flare-up areas away.